Welcome to Let's Play Rule the Waves 3 as Germany, starting in 1935. We are at the beginning of 1938. We are at war with the Soviet Union, and it's taken a turn for the worse. Stalin has decided on total war. So we can only win if we crush them, which is probably going to be difficult considering we've been at war with them for 6 months and we still haven't managed to blockade them. Worse, there's every risk that Italy will join as our friend and equally expand and prolong the war. And if Italy joins the war, there's an equal chance that Britain will come along as well, and the whole thing might just spiral out of hand. That's my fear. Routes to closing off the war quickly are in short supply. It's going to be still quite a while before my capital ships are going to be arriving. So 6 months for the Graf von Stauffenberg, 8 months for the Reichsgraf, 6 months for the Graf Zeppelin. I mean, those will help, but, you know, that's half a year and more away towards the end of 1938. The relations are all looking a little bit eek. So Italy and the Soviet Union, it was 12, it's now 13. That must be war. So they're definitely going to join in with us. Wow. And if Italy goes to war with the Soviet Union, their bad relations with the UK also means that Britain may enter the war. So yes, from what was a small local event may grow arms and legs and be very uncomfortable. At least the finances have sorted themselves out a fair bit, and we're pretty happy with the deployments currently. We are building a bunch of coastal fortifications in 3 months' time in Greece, and then I'll probably start some more just now. Let me have a think. Go to the map and scoot down to Greece and build fortifications. 6 inches. I'd quite like to build something big, you know. I mean, it's a big cost, but my hope is that, you know, improves the overall defense of Greece substantially and would be well worth the effort. I'm just looking to see if I can see a defense value for Greece at the moment. So they're getting 2 for the 4 coastal batteries, even though they haven't been completed yet. Oh, okay. Nothing for the ships on station because we only have 1 terrible ship. So I'm going to push the boat out. I'm going to buy 1 of these 12 inches and see if that helps. And then that pushes us up again. And then I'm going to build a couple of 6 inches and again, see if that helps. It feels like, because I have next to no fleet, that, and I certainly can't afford it to go zooming off to Greece, it feels like the major way I can defend Greece is through coastal fortifications. To be seen. Right, let's see if the Soviet Union fancies a battle or 2. So yeah, okay, a coastal raid? Nope. And that was it. We need to fill the post of naval attaché to Sweden. This is a prestigious appointment that no officer would refuse. There must be someone not on fleet duty we can send. Or I have just the man for the post. Well, I've never seen this message before. So I'm really not sure what the choices will provide. Assume I have just the man for the post would mean I get to select somebody, whereas there must be someone not on fleet duty that we could send. Well, there must be. There are tons not on fleet duty. So, okay, let's say I have just the man for the job. Okay, and then it asks me, who would I like? But of course, it's tempting to send Captain Zosi Kaiser because he's incompetent. We certainly don't want him around. Good administrator would seem like a good choice. And then replace Priyan with someone a little bit better. So let's, and he's wily as well. So those sound like good things. So, okay. You know, I very much thought I scrapped all the airships. I'll have to double check on that. 2% saving, loving that. Improved amphibious. And a private venture medium bomber. Now, we did decline researching a medium bomber, so I'm keen to see what's that got. So first of all, no torpedoes, heavier bomb loads, so two 2,000-pounders, which is nice, much more maneuverable, 100 miles more in heavy range. Well, that's pretty good, and a pretty big lift in speed as well, 50-mile-an-hour lift in speed. So yeah, loving that. Let's welcome the Junkers 112. Oh, another submarine. And another mine. Despite all of our mine efforts, I'm going to, I think, move the rest of the minesweepers into the Baltic. That's 4 more that I can move. Let's send all of them. That all looks good, so let's carry on. Action with light forces in support of the ground combat. Battleship engagement in an area where there are no battleships. Oh, I have no idea what this is going to turn up. We have 2 light cruisers and 3 destroyers. Okay. So the time is daylight. It'll be dusk in 3.5 hours. These are very light cruisers, 8 5-inch guns. They're, part of my legacy fleet, and to be honest, they're not very good. They're only 4,000 tons. And the destroyers are 900 tonners. So it's very much the B team. Start on and see what we bump into. If anything. We have no scout planes, I believe. So yeah, it's just eyeballing. I assume that, it's sending us this direction for a reason. Less than 50% of the fuel. We are at cruising speed. Oh, there's glare. And here comes twilight. We are a long way north, aren't we? That's, I don't think this is going to be anything whatsoever. Yeah, just hanging around the Norwegian Sea. So yeah, just hanging around the very inhospitable Jan Mayen Island here, busily doing nothing. Oh, okay. Well, of course, due to the oddities of the polar region, nighttime is coming to an end. But honestly, I don't think there's anything happening here. So, we could head towards Narvik. Yep, there you go. Well, that was a big fat 0. So there was a light cruiser, and it was this one. 10 4-inch guns, even a bit worse than ours. So certainly nothing to fear. Let's just see where on earth they were. So we turned at 8. They were here at 8. We went down at, I suppose if we turned that way, it might have produced something, but honestly, without scouting planes or anything like that, it would have been very, very difficult. Oh well, that's a big fat nothing. Still, interesting to know what quality of light cruiser they've got going up there. Torpedo protection 4. Nice. And improved air-launched torpedoes, also nice. And a new model for the torpedo bomber, still sadly with poor reliability. tiny little improvements. Nothing to write home about. And we've sunk one of them, and then they've sunk one of ours. Hit a mine, of course. And nothing else there. So a new captain's being put into the 3rd Destroyer Division, the other one having gone to be the naval attaché in Sweden. The Soviet Union has rebuilt one of its battleships. I wonder what's involved in that. Strange that there's no report of any war with Italy at the moment. Let's see what the relations are. Yeah, there's still 13 locations, so they're nearly done. Okay, 4 months for the coastal batteries. That's good. And into May. So, cruiser action in support of the land battle. Light forces, cruiser action, small engagement. Oh, well, they're liking their small engagement. So here we are again. This time with Danzig and Stuttgart. I believe they're exactly the same. Yeah, 8.5 inch. 5 inch. Okay, we are 3 hours to dawn, so we're in night time, and we are we're in North Cape, and that's apparently where we need to go and sink a couple of ships. Okay, well, let's crack on with that then. Bad weather, and we've sighted somebody. Let's zoom all the way in. So, guessing that this is a Russian light cruiser of the 4-inch variety. These guys probably need to come off. They probably need to stop screening and go into line ahead whilst hitting squad max. And I'm happy for them to continue in this direction, but closer in, whilst the cruisers, I want to head south and push them up to squad max -2. Night sighting range is only 3,000 yards, so that's very, very tiddly. It's surprising we've sighted them at all. There we go. So if we can sandwich this person, obviously there's likely to be someone else right behind, and cross the T at the same time, that would be awesome. Or at least quite good. Actually, I'm going to turn this up to maximum, just so that we don't lose place with them. Seems to be just the one, which I'd be very happy with. Right, Stuttgart hit by some splinters. Hopefully the perforated uptakes won't ruin our speed too much. Let's use the old lock, since this is clearly a one-ship wonder. There we go. Oof. Well, Stuttgart took a little bit of pasting there. Let's bring the destroyers around. Shouldn't have to be said, but let's put the black flag on. Okay. Surely this is going to mangle this ship. Amazing that we've still not actually identified them. Yeah. Some torpedoes, anybody? Them round. And bring these chaps around. Well, not a torpedo launch in sight. I'm just going to check on how the Zig is doing. Well, okay, that seems fine. And Stuttgart, just a little bit, ruining its speed a bit. Max speed 21. Let's see if I can detach Stuttgart. Yes. Okay. Finally, some torpedoes and a hit. Whoops. Close. Okay, so finally identified, but we have no information for this class of ship. Not sure why these have gone into 2 bits. It's quite hard to see actually whether yeah, it's stationary. So let me just reorganize. Okay. Now we can go down to cruise. And yeah, see if the Stuttgart joins up. And assuming we've got that one sunk, we can carry on to our designated point. Stuttgart seems to be returning to base as per instructions with a destroy to screen. Okay. Actually, it's quite sensible for, you know, a ship that's taken quite a bit of damage. That's the end of the scenario. So we did sink the light cruiser, hooray. We didn't sink 2 ships, but then this other one, who knows where they were. Let's have a look at its details. So yeah, 2 torpedoes, 34 light, 62 medium. He managed to get 14 light hits on us, primarily on the Stuttgart, and that's fine. Let's close that. And let's just see where all the other ships were. Right, so I would have needed to get down to here to get the second ship, so obviously that was never happening. Okay, but, you know, a little victory, which is nice. I want to go to my air bases before I finish anything else. Okay, we should take the chance to end the war now. I don't think there's no penalty for that. Oh, all right, there is a penalty. So yeah, we can carry on. The Soviets are being very, very total war about the whole thing. Another submarine sunk. They've laid down another cruiser. Okay. Yes, air bases. Airships. Oh, okay. We do have one here, which you have to go to coastal fortifications to deal with. But yeah, you do get repeat reminders that airships have had their day. Here it is, and scrap. Farewell. A little bit of maintenance. 3 months now. That will really, really help. Okay. Since this total war thing can, you know, be a bit of a bugger, I feel the need for coastal submarines. I'm going to auto build 2 to see if that is going to help things. Particularly, I'm concerned if the British are going to intervene. as I feel is a distinct possibility because the British and the Italians are now at 11, and they're at 14. I didn't know it went to 14, but surely coming soon. Cruiser action as we move into June. Nope. Coastal raid in support. Nope. That was it for June. I mean, still extraordinarily passive. These research developments are coming in fast and furious. I'm going to say no to all in the West. A new fighter. I think I'm attracted to the Dornier. It's nearly 50-mile-an-hour extra speed, although it is the slowest amongst this lot, only by 10. It's got 25 miles extra range at light, taking up to 250. There is this 275, which is very tempting. Firepower is the strongest. Maneuverability is the strongest. It's the least tough. Passable bomb loads, but I'm not really interested in bomb loads. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. The Focke-Wulf with the extra range would have been tempting. Weakest firepower. I think the Dornier is a huge improvement over Chrysler that we currently have. Another of our submarines sunk. Another of our submarines sunk. That's very lucky for them. So yeah, we really do need to increase the submarines. Right, and look at this, hooray! Tensions with France increase. Tension with Italy is reduced for random. Tension with Japan reduced. China is reduced and reduced again with Spain. Oh, okay, so it's not too awful. We're still resisting the invading troops. Look at the relations. Soviet Union versus Italy is now 15. Again, I didn't know you could go to 15. With Britain, it's 11. Very concerning. Our relations with Britain is 6. With France, it's gone up to 7. With America, it's gone up to 7. Yeah. I'm really not liking the diplomatic landscape at all. Let's give it 1 more month and see what that brings. So a cruiser action, nope. Another one, nope. Convoy defense, nope. And a raid on enemy shipping, not as such. So, new planes ready. Plenty of valiant fighting. Russians are laying down another heavy cruiser and a light cruiser and a pile of corvettes. Now, obviously those are going to take years to arrive for the cruisers, but they are thinking total war, so we probably need to as well. Okay, we have a look at the map. You can see that our blockade strength is 90. And the Soviet Union is 104. I'm wondering whether just to put my submarines onto prize rules or unrestricted, they're not really achieving very much in fleet support. So yeah, I think that's probably a fair thing to do. Other than that, if we have a look in Northern Europe, no risk of blockade there. So yeah, July 1938, 6 months of total war, haven't really done very much, but I can't help but feel that there is a storm that is gathering. So join me again next time to see the deluge come down on us. Thanks for watching.